girls in the Caribbean give him the most bun.
Hey, Jamaican girls, boy, never get the most bun, boy.
Not lie. A Jamaica woman, them are the best woman.
Wicked.
How to give the most bun?
Don't question
Yo,
it.
listen.
Just know that.
Nation, is that true? According to Trinidad Dancehall artist Prince Swanee, Jamaican women them give the most bun, cheat the most. The man could have said Trini girl, let me know the man could have said anywhere in the Caribbean. Why the man picked Jamaica? And this is not a drunk talk, he was not intoxicated. Because the guy who did the interview, of course, took it reshare back and had a social media pages took it and reshare back. One of those page questions. Prince Swanee in the comment section stating, love to all my yard girls same way, but are just the truth. Don't kill me, laugh out loud. Personally, I don't know about that claim, but what I do know, a few months back to a year back, there was an article stating that Jamaica has the highest paternity fraud. Up by immigration, the amount of money filed for children are sent for children are sent for kids that are feed them, I jacket them. I think that says a lot. And the funny thing about that numbers, I think about 62% of the case them are paternity fraud. I'm positive it's not lower than that though. The following country that came after that are somewhere in Africa with most of 40%. That's 22% in difference, you know, with the person who come back away. So I'm just saying, nah, support the claim stating that Jamaican women cheat the most. But I'm also not denying that claim. And that is strictly based off the paternity percentage at immigration. The fraud, paternity fraud upon immigration. Still the entertainment feed community want go on. Here on the Tuesday of Vibes Tuesdays, here once again with the ENT News, their topics, the updates. I have some things that I need to get done today, so no time wasting, let us get to the topics. Dancehall artist Valiant shared this. He shared a picture of this woman who is said to be his mother. Not biological mother, but his mother. He shared a picture with the caption stating, happy birthday to my mother, Miss Mary. She adopted me from a place at 10 months old at Maxfield Children's Home. I gave you so much problem when I was young, but you never gave up on me. The love I have for you guys for taking me from a place of nothing to create a future for me is unconditional. Big up my mother, woman of God. So it is something that is not often done. I cannot tell when last I hear someone in Jamaica saying that they are going to adopt a child or they have adopted a child. Well, maybe something like that. People keep within the family, keep to themselves, and it's not something I go say spread all over on social media. Nation, for this period, I'm so sorry. If you hear Miss Rachel in the background, just know for a few minutes, my younger son have to be around me, so apologies once again if you hear Miss Rachel. Miss Rachel in the background. But as we just mentioned, Valiant speaking about his mother. Here is the mother of TikToker Figure It Out.
Say man, this boy, this boy, near Aki, my brother. Me no know that the Aki left from nowhere. Cause I don't know father. So me no know you no know father. Not even me know the father pitney them, much less him figure know them and him no know father.
My Aki man a blood brother.
No. A one brother me know I have and the family son. Me no know of no more.
I must say on father's side.
Huh?
You must say I'm brother by his father's side.
Lie, you don't know his father. You don't know his father. Know nothing about his father. You know what type me go on Facebook and type in the father name.
So sad, I never hear Figure It Out mother none at all during all that Figure It Out went through when they were trying to say that he was the one who set up Naya's life. But here she on social media carried on the youth. Still, Figure It Out. He later went live where he had this to say.
Eat me. I'm back cut up. I'm go to school and me hold it in a bro. Me hold it in a dog. Me coulda make you get locked up from them time that I me hold it in a. You see you beat me until the cutter bleed. My school shirt behind it soak. I don't need to tell no like you, she go suck your mother. I me hold it. Me hold it cause you're my mother and I love you. I would never want to say nothing to you. And you come and I move like you're the perfect mom. And you're the ideal mama, you never do me nothing at all. You see your family stay out. You come and you're in a box and bring down your own child and I move like you're the perfect mom. So since you go bring down your child, make a reason, mommy. Tell them all of the abuse you abuse me to know. Tell them all of the cut up skin and cut up back and them thing, you know. And I still protect you and never say nothing. I go to school and teacher say blood soak through my shirt and I ask me how. And I tell her say football me I play. All I fight me for jog off the shot and I still never make sure jog off the shot because police would have come for you. And a whole heap of other different time that happen. You see me? Whole heap of other different time things like that happen. Because you give all money permission for y'all beat me. Every money I get, I give permission. And I go on a foreign, I give them permission for beat me. I can't do nothing. I pick them, I have to just hold it and know so I say it go. I pick them, I have to just hold it and know so I say it. Got my mother man that respect you. You understand what I say? So I just take them beat up and beating that I know so yo, I can't do nothing about it. Lady, you better come off of social media. I love you and I respect you. TikTok is not a playground for you. You better come off of social media. Because if I open my mouth and talk, come off of social media. You see me? But I never hate you. I love you till like life itself. But you see what you are the woman is wrong. If you are talk, you just talk the truth and done. Talk why me is this bad child. Talk why I run with so much time. Nobody talk like me just get up and run with some. Yeah, me get trouble. Which boy not get trouble? Boy pitney get trouble. Me thief whole heap. You understand? Me thief whole heap. Me do this, me do that. Cause me never have a choice, me broke. You yourself not have it. And me thief, you take off pressure off of you. Most 80% of girls you do the same thing. Me thief, cause me sister my mother struggle, bro. Me sister my mother can barely manage, dog. You understand? So I go out there got thief with my friend them and I'm not afraid for talk. I go out there and thief with my dog them. Go in a China and rob supermarket and rob grocery and something. I do it. I do it. When me in a grade 2, brother, me used to taxi local school youth them lunch money and put them on taxi, send them guard them yard. The same thing when she come out come talk. I true. Me not deny it. Me a hustler from me a booby Nile I grew up. I saw me grow rough. You see me? Yeah, bro. Me used to taxi local school youth them and sell them lies. A long time me I sell lies. Sell them lies, grade 2. Yeah. And what? That same money there, me is a little boy, that same money there. If me have it, me say, mommy, I want one juice. Mommy, I want this. Me not tell her where money I come from, but if me can't do nothing for you, me do it. You not tell me if I stop talk. I grade 2 that. Me a little boy. Me a tell you my childhood. When I don't stop when me a vent. Me not cuss, bro. Me a tell you, me is not no uptown boy. You understand me a garrison youth, you don't have to understand. Me a garrison youth. But at that, boy pitney get trouble. Every boy pitney get trouble, bro. All the way. All the way get trouble fam. You see me? So you see before me even say nothing about mommy, I make sure I state my part. I was a bad child growing up. I never grew with my father. My father figure never did that. She alone. You see it? My sister and my mother struggle, bro. I start thief. I start thief just to take the pressure off her. The first time I run away, I when my sister pressure reach her so much and the woman just stressed out and I feel like I'm my fault. So you know what I do? I run away to ease the pressure off her and take off the burden off her. Ask her. I never have a reason for run away. But the first time I run away, I just say, yo, you know when I just feel like you had a problem? Like you're a burden and if you just disappear, everything would have better. That's my life growing up.
Still Nation, state your thoughts on that. And also share your thoughts on this. This is a voice note that was sent to Chin. Chin from Irish and Chin. Chin from the Soundhat TV. The message was sent by veteran reggae artist Bushman.
Yo, you see, I want to work on this in a look at dread. And when they reach out to you, I'm noticing I answer my phone call. I'm tell one of your affiliates I work with you, you know. So I reach out to you, I'm send out my manager to you, you know, but soon I work on this. And when people have hype around them and I want to feel like people acting a jump and it forget noise and a pussy in a reggae. I go and like when I saw my man, them a hold on from people's shirt, you know. Great bumbo-clad people, you know. And I then think I make me get bashed, you know, because I just start my mind on a pussy in a reggae. Go on if you go.
Jaja, how did that voice note reach out? Well, of course, obviously, it is Chin who put out the voice note. Still, here's what he had to say about that.
So that's the message I got from Bushman. Now, I sent him back an apology just to have it noted, make him know, say, you know, this is what really happened. But like how that's how you feel about me, just don't call back my phone. We good. There's no friendship lost there. Here's the truth about Bushman. He's a great artist with a bad character. And he cannot be trusted. Right? When you see artists that have a voice like people like Bushman, right? that is supposed to be, you know, way bigger than they are. Don't look at it as the industry is fighting them all the time. Right? You have to look at it as the individual. Right? Bushman is not a good person. And every now and again, he shoves out his head and he gives you examples of why you need to stay away from him. Right? Think about it. This is not just me saying this. Just look at it.
Right. Got you.
Bushman has been in our studio more than once. We have helped him publicize his work more than once. Each time he came for help from Soundhat Radio, he wasn't hype. Bushman hasn't been hype for years. So the fact that I'm even giving him an interview is me helping him. But I'm still a devil in music. And I still only cling to people because they're hype. I mean, me, of all people. You know, for somebody like Bushman to attack my credibility and what I've put into the industry, I have to ask myself, where's Bushman's legacy? Who has he helped? What dent has he made? Will he be in the books when the books are written? These are questions that you ask. And you know, what I'm trying to say is that I will not allow people whose contributions are minimized to attack my integrity of what I stand for and what I've done in the industry. Me not depend on something there. So when you look at somebody like Bushman, right, and you look at, you know, I don't see other artists endorsing Bushman. I don't hear younger artists saying that Bushman helped them with their career. I don't see any of his peers championing him. He's not part of the conversation, right? So when you look at people like that, you have to say to yourself, the industry didn't do them wrong. They did themselves wrong.
I see in the comment section quite a number of people saying that Bushman sent Chin a personal message, a voice note. Why put it out? He could have just simply messaged back Bushman. Well, Chin did say that he did that, but maybe he felt as if it's something that he wanted to speak about on air. And also, there are 1 and 2 people still not pleased with Chin's response. They're stating that up to now, Chin don't explain why he was avoiding Bushman's call. Then again, he stated that he explained things to Bushman in a message. Still Nation, let me know what I'm going to do in the comment section. The fuck we're going for from Soundhat TV. As the next thing we're going to look at, Professor Nut, Sizzla and the Spragga Benz. Speak on which period of dancehall was the more competitive.
Which one? Spragga, would you say yours was most competitive? Would you say yours is most competitive during your time? Or Sizzla, would you say yours was most competitive?
And the competition was very stiff and
yes.
I said strong. Because you have a Stitchy on that side, you have a Son on that side, right? You have an Admiral Bailey, and a General Trees. And every one of us have to come new, instant. You understand? If it's even spontaneous, we have to come new. So I'm telling you, you have to have lyrics. Them time there, boom, 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 boom.
I would say my time is more competitive.
More competitive, and why? I want to know why. Come closer to the microphone. I want to know why your time would be more.
Because you got so many artists being inspired by these great icons before us.
Thank you.
Yeah? And the music is now widespread in the cybernetic age. It's computer doing it now. So you got more rhythms producing, you got more artists, kids are more educated now. Music is being taught in school at a higher level right now. So I think in this time it's more competitive.
Spragga, you agree?
I agree. You know why?
I agree.
You know, talk to me, Spragga. Talk to me, Spragga.
In my time, you have artists where Buju was the man still. Shabba was the elder, and then Buju. But then you have some artists that I spit everything them one they spit like gold. See me, you have to keep up with a level, you have to keep up with a standard. Cause everything with the panda rhythm here are definitely classic already from your hear it in the studio, you know. You know hear that now because you hear a 1 man per one rhythm and he make it on in bedroom where him friend them alone hear it. When you go in a Dave Kelly studio or in a Jammy studio, I know say killer over there, so Ray over there, so Ray over there, and you know say every man voice already, you know.
And you have
So
to
you have to
go
go come
in,
strong.
You see me? My competition there, right there, so. Which it wasn't competitive, you know, but it's an inspiration for you know, say, every man shot this and deal with this already, you know. Where you come sing?
Where I come sing.
Oh, yeah, King, I say, you have nothing else.
Right.
After you done, you just do something where you feel, say, you know. So let me hear something else, and you see me? So the competition right there, so in my genre, and even though I still 90s people talk about, every man I do at him at a level.
Nation, and the last thing we're going to look at in this report. A word from Lisa Hanna.
Tell me how lobster, a luxury food, we can import it at 40% with an import duty at 40%, while chicken, the staple for most of us, is taxed over 200% in Jamaica. Yeah. So in Jamaican supermarkets, and I want you to follow me for this one because I'm going to get very technical, but I know all of us are feeling it. So in Jamaican supermarkets, a whole chicken weighs an average of what? About 1.7 kilograms. That's about 3.8 pounds. You see that bird? It costs us about, on average, depending on where you go, 1,860 Jamaican dollars. Meanwhile, in the United States, this very same chicken, this very same whole chicken can sell for $5 US. That's 809 Jamaican dollars at the current exchange rate. Half the price. So Jamaicans are paying 125% more for the same protein. And before anybody rush me, because I love rush me, and say, Lisa, we don't want any imported chicken from the United States because it this and it that. Here's the spoiler. We already eat imported chicken. The chicken backs and leg quarters flooding our wholesale market. When we go out of wholesale, I say, sell me 4 pound of chicken or sell me 10 pound of chicken. Yeah, where do you think it comes from? So let's look at it regionally now, make a balance the thing. In the Cayman Islands, for example, and Cayman is just a stone throw away, the average cost per pound for a whole chicken is about $2.40 CI. And remember, the CI dollar is stronger than the US dollar, so that's about $2, call it 90 cents for a pound of chicken. So come January, the Caymanians are going to move minimum wage to $8.75 CI. That's about $10.50 US. So if you think about it, work back with me and follow me. If you just work 1 hour in Cayman based on your income, you can buy, call it 3.9 pound, call it 4 pound of chicken. Here in Jamaica, our minimum wage is about $4 per hour. And we've raised the minimum wage, the government has, and they plan to do it again. But currently, we pay about $2.50 US per hour at minimum wage. Now, if you look at the math, go back and look at what you pay for chicken in the supermarket. That can only buy you, based on the pound, not even a pound of chicken. Call it 0.66 pounds of chicken for a whole chicken. So if you work minimum wage, you must work nearly 5 hours, right, for buy that or to buy a pound. So follow me. So let's put it even more plainly. You see, in Cayman, if you work 1 hour, you can secure a family-sized portion of protein. But in Jamaica, that same effort barely stretches to feed a teenager. And this is a silent crisis of protein poverty and the cruel irony that has been unfolding in Jamaica that I've gotten up on my feet in Parliament and spoken about. I've written ad nauseum about in my columns because I know the detriment that we will face with future generations if we don't feed our country properly and allow our people to afford food. Basic macro essential nutrients. So we know carbohydrates and fats are important, but doctors will tell you that protein is one of the most important macronutrients that helps with your body's resilience, healthy aging, building muscles, repairs tissues, supports immunity. You can go and look it up because it's not me say so. At the doctor them, right? And I can tell you. So here, unfortunately, protein and to buy protein is a luxury. And this is a quiet crisis at the heart of every grocery bill. You just have to look at families walking the aisles and when they pick up the chicken and you look at them. What used to be a centerpiece of Jamaican dinner is now priced like a delicacy. Right? A tray of breast. If you ask Jamaicans when last time buy a whole chicken, I'm going to tell you something, I can't buy a whole chicken. I forgot the wholesale go buy it. Or we have a piece and do little things for make tin mackerel, all kinds of things. and often protein is pushed off the plate and it's replaced by starches. Yeah, that can fill the belly, give you calories, yes, but it's not giving you nutrients. And I have been sounding this alarm for years. And people run after me. I have big corporations come after me. I don't care. Because the truth is getting starker. Because when a nation cannot afford protein, children fail to thrive. Adults slide into frailty too soon, and you will have chronic diseases that accelerate because our hospitals are not just going to fill with accidents and infections and people who need surgery. It's going to be filled with malnutrition disguised as obesity, diabetes, hypertension. And it's not a dietary inconvenience that I'm talking about. I'm talking about a national emergency because protein poverty, it don't look like famine. It don't look like bang belly. It creeps in quietly. It is a mother who has to always buy chicken back instead of being able to buy a chicken breast or a whole chicken because it's all she can afford. It's a father who boil one whole pot of rice and make some gravy with only some scraps of meat for flavor. It's a child who probably have to get one big bowl at night time after him come home from football practice and one big jug of water for go in bed or some sugar and water to put that mother to make sure that he feels full. And the numbers don't lie, nearly 70%. When the Ministry of Health came out last year and said, look, we have low food security, nearly 70% of Jamaican households experience low food security. It tells you. And low food security is because they can't afford to buy what's necessary. So the uncomfortable truth is that it's our own policies that's making food more expensive for Jamaican people. And if you look back, you will see me talk about those policies. It's an import substitution model that has been crafted for another era. Look at lobster, 40% versus chicken, 200%. So this import substitution model that was crafted, it no longer serves the people it was meant to protect because it was for another era. Let's take chicken. It should be the most affordable and abundant staple on every Jamaican plate. And I'm not talking to the vegetarians, guys. So, just listen to me for a second. But this staple is buried underneath a wave of tariffs, stamp duties, and GCT. And for years, these layers of taxation have pushed the effective rate on imported chicken as high as 260%. So you can import lobster, but you... It boggles me. I can't. And then we guard this fortress of protectionism as if the industry was still fragile, still in its infancy. But decades have passed, and you want to tell me that these chicken producers, the big ones, are not competitive? So the sector has matured, but you haven't? And yet the ordinary Jamaican consumer is the one, us, continues to pay the high price. But here's a cruelest twist. You see, while the Jamaicans, all of us pay these inflated price at home, you see our so-called local producers, the ones that we buy from, the big ones, they can compete abroad in the United States, in Cayman, and across the wider Caribbean. So let me explain what I mean by that. So in other words, they are allowed to compete globally, our big chicken producers, but we protect them here. So nobody else can come here, right? So they're protected at 260%, basically. But they can go overseas. You see the paradox? And then we still pay the high prices. And here's something else. Our chicken is not local. Yeah, it's false. Why? Because most of what we feed our chicken and we put into it is imported. The soy, the corn, the added, whatever it is that we're doing. So we're not shielding a local industry. We're just feeding inefficiency. And guess what too? You see, when the global feed costs fall, our retail chicken prices never follow suit. Consumers still pay more regardless of international trends. And then what of the permit system? You can't get a chicken back license? Who gets them? And these are the cuts for the poor. The ones that they have to eat because they can't afford the whole chicken. And they have to buy it piece a piece. You don't know who's getting the chicken back license. So guess what? This is not free enterprise. It's a food monopoly masquerading as food security, and successive administrations have done it. I'm so happy I'm able to say that. And on one side, and the two side. So we need protein justice. Yeah, we need justice for protein in this country, so that I'm not laughing about it. It's a moral imperative. So what do we need to do? We need a policy reset. We need to reduce tariffs on poultry products to reasonable levels. Duties above 200% can't be defended in this modern economy. Moderate rates would give consumers relief while pushing producers to become more efficient. We also need to cut duties on inputs for other small farmers in chicken, things like corn, soy, vaccines. Although I think we have a big market with organic chicken for exports. Yeah, so you can't tax your ingredients. That's a contradiction. We have to do something for our small farmers. And reform the permit system. You don't need to give discretionary approvals enriching a handful of middlemen. Chicken back licenses and other permits must be transparent. Whoever wants to bring in chicken, we must know. Go to Parliament with it. Sit down in front of Parliament and make it public so we know. These are the things Jamaicans want to know. And we need to build out an internationally HACCP approved central slaughterhouse. Farmers across Jamaica should be able to bring their chickens to a single facility where they can be processed, inspected, packaged at the highest global standards, so that they don't have to rely on the big man to help them out. They should be given the guarantee of equity and create a fair market where small and medium farmers, they can compete alongside the large ones. I would say we also need to invest in innovation. Jamaicans can't depend forever on imported feed, and we need research alternatives. And finally, I would say this. Anything that we are doing, public health needs to be the guiding principle of our food policy, because it can't be measured not just by the profits of one company or by two, but by whether Jamaican families can put protein on the table. So this is more than economics, guys. It's morality. We can't keep hiding behind slogans of the past. I mean, I saw even before the election, so I'm not bother go there so. But we can't continue to justify a system that protects monopolies while our people suffer. We must ask ourselves, who are we really protecting? And if the answer is not the people, then the policies must change. So I wrote an article, one of them was pot a boil, but the food not enough. Yeah, so the pot must boil, but not with starch alone, not with just some meat fat where you fry up and throw over the rice. No, it must boil with health, it must boil with dignity, and it must boil with protein that our people need to live long and strong.
The entertainment feed community. That's it for now. You see what time o'clock, you see what time o'clock. We hurry and get the fuck out of here. And as usual, my people.